Hi. Hi and hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I hope so. How are you doing? How have you been? I think I did a video about a week ago, so thought I would check in. I'm at my sister's house. I told you guys on my community post that I had something to share with you, so I'm going to share with you. My sister Charlotte's worked at Blue Cross Blue Shield for 18 years. She's about 18 months younger than me. I'll be 42 next month. And she's worked there for 18 freaking years. And right now she's been working remote for about the past 5 years. And she has had a dream for many years to be her own boss and start a wedding venue. So, her and her husband just bought 5 acres and a very antique farmhouse and a very, very antique barn. And my older brother and my dad and me are going to start off working on the barn. It's going to take, she wants to have her business up and running by next spring. So we've got to work our butts off. And it's a major project. So I'm very, very excited. And I'm going to be up here for 2 weeks this time and working for my sister. And all of my tires went bad, so I got one last month and Dad came to my homestead and got me. He brought me a beautiful, most beautiful bed that I have ever had in my life. I've always had crap beds. He brought me a bed from Oklahoma, and I rode with him down here to my sister's. I live about 3 hours and 20 minutes from my sister and my son David and his bride. So her new property and stuff that she bought is about a half hour from her. So it ends up being same distance really, about 3 hours 20 minutes from my homestead. So I'm going to be down here 2 weeks, and then I'm going to go back home for just about a week or so. Take care of everything on my homestead and take my supplies back there. Like I'm going to get a dresser while I'm down here and stuff that I really need. And then I'm going to come back and work some more and so on and so forth until the spring. So I finally have something really good to put myself into to help my sister's dream come true, and she is blessing me and helping me as well. The mill work it's very hard work, but that doesn't bother me any. It's the character of the people that generally work at the mills. I mean, there's like 12 mills within a 10-mile vicinity of me, and it's just the character. I like to keep myself separate the best I can and try to stay away from trouble, and I just keep to myself. So I'm very thankful and I'm very excited, and I was having a very, very hard time when my dad came and got me, and we talked the entire way, and it felt like it took 5 minutes. It was wonderful for me. And while I'm there, my dad and my brother are going to stay in the farmhouse, which they're going to totally redo that too, but it doesn't need as much work. But I get to stay in the grain bin, so she's turning the grain bin into a bar for her wedding venue. She's going to name it the Grain Bin Bar, and my brother's going to cut out a side of it, and they're going to make a bar into it, and it's just going to be, she's just the best. Everything she puts her hands to is blessed, so I can't wait. I cannot wait. She's going to make a lot of people's dreams come true. I am going to actually share her Facebook page in my video description if you would like to like it on Facebook and follow along from there. Yeah, go ahead. So it's going to be awesome. If you have a future bride or a future husband or whatever and you're watching this video, I can definitely tell you this for sure. It's going to be the most special place you could possibly take your holy vows with the love of your life, that's for sure. But I watched a video that one of the channels that I watch, and he was talking about how to just basically do your YouTube videos, and he said put a video out a day for a year and see what happens. So I'm like, I think I want to try this. So I'm going to try to put out as many videos as I can, and hopefully you get to see me just be a little bit happier because I'm doing something that I'm going to love doing. So I think I've spent enough time alone. I think that it just damn near broke me mentally, and I don't want to be alone anymore right now. I'm sure I'll value my solitude when I go back home, but right now I'm done with being alone. I'm not going to take a man. I'm not like that. I can't be like that. And right now I'm still at a place, you've heard me talk about it so many times, I don't even know if I believe a lot of things anymore. So I have no problem believing for others, but for me, I think I'm just at a place where I want this, so I'm going to have to make it happen for myself. Obviously, my King Jesus is leading me. If not for him, I wouldn't be able to do anything. But I need to do this for myself. But I just wanted to say hello and say hi to you. I think this hat might be a little too big, but I'll have to have a hat for the work that I'm doing. So it's actually my ex's hat, and I don't know, screw it, it's part of the healing process. So I got it for him, and he never wore it anyways. So I guess I don't need to talk for too long, but I just want to let you know I am down here. I am not in the Ozarks at the moment. I am down here at my sister's for a couple weeks, and I will, when I get back, when I'm back, I will go in town and get some videos uploaded while I'm back home as well. I'll show you some of the things. I'll show you my cabin. I call it the cottage, but whatever. It's a cabin, cottage. By the time I'm done with it, it'll look more like a cottage than a cabin. I'll show you. So, oh, my sister's kitty. He a handsome boy. I think this is Winston, or I don't know this one's name. He's very friendly. He's very friendly kitty. It's so cute. She got a duck. Her duck, I slept in her. She created like her family place for all of our family together, and she got like a giant machine shed out here. She created it into like a modern farmhouse apartment. Got chandeliers hanging up there. It's gorgeous. But I sleep out there when I visit her, because I'm just so weird. When I go to my family's, I do not like to stay in people's houses. I'd rather sleep outside. I actually it's going to be my son's tent, my son Elijah, he'll be 19 in a few days, actually. But I brought the vintage canvas tent. It's 8x10. So, see, when I visit my family, I'd rather just sleep in a tent or something than sleep in their house. I'm weird, but I like my space. I just used my sister's freaking air fryer and made me some freaking pizza rolls, and they were delicious. I'm gonna go back inside and have another cup of coffee, and I'm gonna keep my head up because I've been sitting in my thoughts for so long now, and I'm done with it. I am absolutely done with it. I've been walking on this earth for too many years with a broken heart, and I am done with it. The Bible says it's better to be in the house of mourning than, to be in the company of laughing fools. My life is too short to spend it to be a drunkard, to spend it in a drug or drunken induced evil denial of the life that we all live that is so hard. What makes us brave and strong is to wake up every day and face it sober. And I want no part of any of that. And I've lost almost 2 years of my life, 2 years of my YouTube career that I dreamed of for so long. Everything was sat there and thrown in a freaking filthy ditch for no good reason, but the Lord turns things for good, and I have got some valuable lessons out of this. So I'm going to take those lessons, but yeah, I'm not going to sit around and heartache anymore. I'm done with it. If God sees fit to bring a man into my life, I'm more than ready. But I don't think holding on to, I was crying around for my ex the other day to God, and just, you just get sad, and you realize you face your consequences, you face your sorrows, you face your sins and your own wrongdoings, and if you're a sorry person, you're gonna spend some time crying around about it and despising yourself. And I've said, I wanted him for a husband, Lord, but the Bible verse came to my mind in the Old Testament. Saul messed up, and no, I'm not directing this towards my ex, but whatever it is, it just spoke to me. So God refused him as king anymore, and he was going to move on to David as king. And Samuel was just heartbroken because he loved Saul. And, Saul was a very good king at one point, but God, told Samuel, and I'm going to have to actually look my Bible and read this again, but I'm just remembering what I remember of the word. He said, how long will you mourn for Saul, seeing as how I have refused him as king? And he basically, like a loving and stern father, said, Samuel, get up and be happy again. We've got stuff to do, and Saul's not going to be king anymore. It's done and over. But David's going to be king now. So I guess my point is it's not doing me any good to sit and cry around about the fact that I did love my ex. I did want him to be my husband, and I don't just love easy. I've had 4 relationships since I was 17, and 3 of them were very long-termers. So how I see myself is a housewife. That's how I'll always see myself. I'm not some feminist freak out here. I can do everything on my own. I don't need a man. No, I want that love. I want the love of my man. But I have a heart for the broken, because I too am broken. I spent so many of my years doing so much wrong, thinking so wrong, and my selfishness and my sins hurt so many people in my family and my sons, and I have finally forgiven myself, because again, you just can't you can't hate yourself, because you'll never do anything better. You'll never change. You'll never get up and do something different if you continue just hating yourself. You got to forgive yourself and change. That's the thing. You got to change. I had to change. I'm changing. So I really don't think until I take my last breath that I'm always going to be doing stuff wrong. I'm always going to be like, oh, well, I was wrong on that, or I didn't do that right, or I didn't think right about that, or I shouldn't. I'm always going to be working on myself. But whatever. I just wanted to have a little talky talk, and I'm going to go. So love you. Thanks for being my YouTube buddy. Thanks for watching my videos. Love you. Stay strong. Yeah. Like my sister's dream business that is beginning. And also, she'll do like family reunions or like YouTube meetups, anything, and I can tell you won't beat her prices. And the way that she does stuff, the way that she's going to set up her little bar and everything, and she deliberately searched for the past 2 years for all the proper, because see where I'm at right now, where I'm sitting, she's got 20 acres, a farmhouse. It's gorgeous, but this county is just an asshole, and they said she had to spend like basically $200,000 to get like bathrooms in and fire hydrants and all this other garbage, and she chose a county where she can do what she needs to do. So it was cheaper for her to do it that way. But love you, gotta go. Thanks for watching my video. Bye.